Hey coaches, it's Amber, and today we're going to talk about onboarding 101. So you might be wondering what onboarding is. It is actually just a fancy term for getting your coaches, your new coaches, started off on the right foot. Our process for onboarding is been kind of tried and true over time. So I would just encourage you to not recreate the wheel and not make it difficult, because it's pretty laid out for you guys here with all of the resources that you need to make sure that no matter how long you have been a coach, that you're able to duplicate this, and then your coaches are able to duplicate this on down the line. So in this training, I'm going to explain each part of this. So it starts with a welcome email, and then, learning as a coach never stops. But as far as onboarding goes, I'm going to stop at the Emerald 101 mark. So let's talk about the welcome email. So you have a new coach sign up, and whether this coach is a business builder or what we consider a discount coach doesn't really matter at this point. So really, everybody is a discount coach until proven otherwise. So I send every coach a welcome email. If I know that they've expressed interest in being just a business or just a discount coach, then I might tweak some of the wording just a bit. But I like for them to have that information. I like for them to be added to the team page. And I like for them to have access to me so that if their goals ever change, then they're in the right place. So it's never going to hurt to go ahead and send every coach a welcome email. Attach the About You. The About You is just a little questionnaire that will encourage your new coach to answer some questions, some of which you may already know about that person, but some of the other questions you may not know. It asks them what their hesitations might be about being a coach and building a business. And so it will help you have a really good conversation when you get on your first phone call with them. So first things first, you're going to send the welcome email. Make sure you personalize it. If there's any information in there, I always send their link. So I always have to go look up the new coach's user ID and make sure that I have the correct link that I'm sending them so that they know how to send somebody to their Beachbody website. So that's one of the things that you'll have to tweak in that welcome email each time you send it out. Then you're going to attach the About You. Then you're going to create a graphic. You can do this on any app that we use, something like Rona's Design, something like Photify. There's a lot of different apps out there that you can utilize to introduce somebody onto the team page. So I always say a little bit about them. I tag them. Remember, before you can tag them, you have to actually add them to the team page. I've made that mistake before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are they? I forgot to add them. So make sure you add them to the team page, then write their introduction and post their picture that welcomes them onto our team. It's an exciting time for them, and we like to welcome them with open arms and be equally as excited for them as they are about their new journey. So, and I do this again, I do that for all coaches, whether they are a business builder or a discount coach. I want them on our team page because I want them to see what we do, because sometimes those goals do change, and when they're exposed to that, you just never know where it might lead. They might always stay as a discount coach, and that's okay, but at least you have them there on your team page, and they can become part of the community regardless of the role that they play. Okay, so the third thing here is the new coach videos. In your welcome email, it gives them 2 action steps at the end. The first action step is very simple. It asks them to complete the About You and return it to you. The second action step in the welcome email are the new coach videos. And the new coach videos are found on our teamfitrevival.com website, and they can view all of those videos there. There are 10 of them. They are all 5 minutes or less, so it will take them less than an hour to watch all 10 videos. So that is their second action item. And again, all of that is included in the welcome email. So you're getting them off to the races immediately. They have something to do immediately. They need to fill out that about you. They need to finish the new coach videos and let you know when they have finished those two things. Then it is time for you to schedule a getting started right phone call with them. Now, I try not to schedule the phone call until those two things are done. The reason is I don't like to waste time on a getting started right call talking about the Coach Online office and how to set up your EFT and what Emerald means, when some of that stuff can be premature and some of that stuff are things that they can get in a simple 5-minute video and do on their own. So I like for them to complete the About You and complete the new coach videos before we hop on. So I will always ask, hey, I just want to make sure, have you completed those videos yet? It's really important because we're going to talk about some things and I want to make sure you have those videos already watched so that we can make the most of our call. And if they haven't, and there's a call scheduled, then I would just say, hey, let's reschedule until you're able to watch those videos. How does tomorrow sound? Something like that. But that really preserves your time and your energy. You want to make sure that they're using the tools that you give them. Of course, if you send a welcome email and they haven't returned the About You and they haven't let you know that they've completed the new coach videos, then I would check on them every few days for the first week or two. Just sending them a little note on Facebook saying, hey girl, I'm so excited that you're part of our team. I sent you that welcome email a day or two ago and I just want to make sure that you got it. Haven't heard back from you yet. Sometimes maybe it goes to their junk mail or whatever. So definitely check on them if you haven't heard from them. At some point they're going to have to reciprocate the effort that you put forth. So until they have completed the About You and until they have done the new coach videos, I would wait to get on a call with them. Because when you do get on that call, and I know a lot of times if you are a newer coach and you're just now like starting to build your team and your team is new, getting on a phone call and talking about the business can be a little intimidating. And so that is why we want them to have that About You already filled out and already sent to you so that you can look over it, because that's exactly what I go over on that call. And so I'll let them know, when we get on the call, and I'll just say, hey, so the goal of this call is for us to make sure that you and I are on the same page, because I want to make sure that if you want to run, that we run. I want to make sure that if you are wanting to walk, then we go a bit slower. And so I want to make sure that whatever actions you're taking align with your goals and that you have a plan of action when you leave this call that is a good fit for you. And so I let them know what the purpose of the Getting Started Right call is right off the bat so that they know. And then we get into the About You, and I'll just say, hey, so I noticed that it says you're a little hesitant about the time that it may take to build this business. Let me just tell you how it's worked for me. And I really let that About You drive the conversation on that call. And then before we get off, I make sure that new coach has a call to action, something to complete before we talk again. And so let's say, she's finished the new coach videos, you had a great talk on your call, and it's time to get off, and you're not sure maybe what to tell her to do next. Maybe the next Business Starter Academy isn't kicking off for another couple weeks because one just ended. So in that case, you guys remember that Business Starter Academy lives permanently on this team site. There's a tab on this team site that has literally everything that we cover there, always, forever, 24/7. So don't wait to get people started with Business Starter Academy until the next group starts. So if you've done all of these things and you've had that phone call with them and they're ready to move on to the next step, here's what I would do. I would say, okay, let's talk next week, but before we do, I want you to do at least 1 through 3 on Business Starter Academy, and let's post your why post on Sunday night. Letting them know, like, that's your next step. Like, we're going to help you with social media. You're going to learn some things there. And then let's get that first post started and let me help you with that and get it posted on Sunday night so we can get this ball moving. That's what I would do. Especially if Business Starter Academy isn't starting for a while. You want to make sure that you're moving your new coach along at the speed in which they are reciprocating your actions. So, and so that's kind of how I would do things. Now, you come back next week, maybe she went through 1 through 3, she posted her why post, she got a great response. Then you schedule another phone call with her and say, okay, let's talk about your response on your post. The next several classes in our Business Starter Academy are going to help you take those, make a list, and start inviting. So I want to walk you through what the invite process looks like. So if there's not a Business Starter Academy group starting soon, go ahead and baby step your new coach into that. Give them chunks. 1 through 3, let's do that. 4 through 6, let's do that, then talk. 7 through 9 or 10, let's do that, and then let's talk. And then when Business Starter Academy starts, like our formal group that we run through Vimify, then if they want to participate in that with the team, they are definitely welcome to do that. It's great if they want to do that again and get that information again. Maybe they've got it and they don't want to, and that's fine. You just need to keep baby stepping them along and make sure that you're helping them move forward with their business. So you may have a coach that you finish that Getting Started Right call, and we have a group starting the following Monday. And so it's kind of up to you timing-wise how you want to do things. But all of the tools are there for you to move somebody along at whatever pace they want to go. And whatever their learning style is. That's the other thing. So some people are going to be able to learn better when they are on their own and they're going through things on their own. Some people are going to learn better when they have that group that's kind of driving each step of the process, and they're getting those notifications, and they like earning those points and getting recognized on the team page for being, a new coach in our Business Starter Academy. So it'll be up to you to kind of gauge your new coach and decide what the best path is for them. So once they've completed business, and let me just say this about Business Starter Academy. If you start a new coach in Business Starter Academy via the Vimify app, make sure you also add yourself to that group, because even though somebody else may be leading the group, it's usually me and somebody else, another leader on this team. You want to make sure that you're also in the group, because it is your job, not my job and not any other leader's job, to mentor your coach. So make sure you're not just sending them the link and saying good luck with that. Make sure you're both joining it together and that you're watching for her post every day and you're watching for her engagement every day, and you're checking in with her and making sure that she's getting the information that she needs. Okay, so once she has completed BSA, then she moves on. We usually have an Emerald 101 group that starts immediately after Business Starter Academy, and that is led by 2 leaders on our team, and that is usually a week-long group, and they really drill down into why Emerald's important, how to get there, and all of the details that go along with that. So again, this is a group that if your new coach is in that group, you want to be in that group too, because she's going to have questions and you're going to want to be there to help get those answered and to also help lead the group. So if you have somebody in an Emerald 101 group, then we need you, right? We need you as part of this team to help answer questions and to be part of this team growing and learning together. So I hope this helps. This is our onboarding process. So if you have questions about what to do with your new coach, then make sure you let your upline know or let me know, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. But enjoy this process, enjoy teaching these things to your team, and then watching how it duplicates, because you teach somebody else how to do this, and then they teach somebody else how to do this, and it's amazing to watch God work as we empower each other to live out our God-given potential. So like I said in the write-up below this training, you have the power as a leader to empower others to see something in themselves that they're not seeing yet. And so that's where this comes into play, and that's what leadership is about, and that's what making sure your new coaches get started off on the right foot is about. So with that, I'm going to close out. I hope you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you again for the next training.